Hey, thanks for coming in. Let me know if you need anything.
All right, you got it. Hey, is it cool if I try this on?
Of course. Fitting room's in the back.
Got it. Ready to go.
Perfect. See you next time.
This week on NBA 2K TV, we meet up with community member Dignify.
I just always like making new builds, seeing what works.
Then find out what's coming up in the neighborhood. And we've added My Team updates. We're your source for pack releases, events, and locker codes. We'll wrap it up with the contenders for top play of the summer. So get ready to vote. That's all happening now.
Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. This is Kevin Harlan, and we've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me. And the fourth member of our crew, David Aldridge, our sideline reporter. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan is a prolific scorer, but he's also a dangerous drive and kick weapon. He said, "I never pay attention to the defender guarding me. I look at the four guys behind him and how they react. A lot of times I don't even look to score. I draw 3 or 4 guys and get my teammates open shots." Kevin?
Great vision, David. Thank you. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Spurs. On Saturday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards. Then on Monday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers. So the New York starting five, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Barrett is out there with Alfred Payton, and it's Harkless in at the 3 spot. And for San Antonio, Gay and Aldridge are up front. Murray out there with White, and it's DeRozan in at the 3, the small forward. The entire offseason leading up to tonight, Steve, as a player, do you already know if... For San Antonio, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And just last season, they were at about 82% from the free throw line. So those numbers are always going to be positive.
And that one misses.
In 2006, when Aldridge was drafted, he went second overall. Judging from the multiple All-Star appearances, that's justified. Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. At the elbow, it's Che. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And here we can check out the story of LaMarcus Aldridge. He's coming off an excellent season. 18th in rebounding, 18th in blocks, and amongst the league's top-tier scorers, top 20 in points per game.
And like you said, one of the better rebounders in the league last season. He displayed a tireless work ethic that I think really rubbed off on the team. Here's Ntilikina, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And there's the call. San Antonio the foul. And for Frank Ntilikina, some questions as to where he is best suited.
I mean, for me, I like when he plays more off the ball. I mean, he's shown that he could become a scorer when he only has to worry about that aspect of his game. Still very young and has a great set of skills with which to work.
And that one falls for Ntilikina.
And the size, quickness, and defense of Ntilikina reminds some of a young Sean Livingston, a unique point guard with a promising future.
Jakob Poeltl's checked in for the Spurs. Now here's Mills. Pass to Oliver. And Forbes has it in the corner. Spurs passing it around. And Che with the basket on the assist from DeRozan.
Against solid defense, that's a nice little adjustment by Che.
55 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Trier. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
He just bangs down the one-hander.
Two very easy points right here. Outside DeRozan. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And the Spurs with some changes. Lyles checked in for Oliver. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Aldridge. Over Randall. Aldridge's shot is good. Aldridge has got 5.
Yeah, from mid-range, Aldridge has the height to shoot over anyone and a great touch.
And New York, looking at who they've got. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Elfrid Payton is out there with Barrett. And it's Harkless in at the small forward position.
The Spurs with the league's longest active playoff streak, 22 years and running, not to mention 5 titles in that span. No wonder the Spurs are viewed as the league's model franchise.
Well, Steve, the Spurs are so well run. If they played in a top 5 market, they might be the most popular team in the NBA by now.
You know what, Kevin? They probably would, but this is the way this organization likes it. They like to be quiet and under the radar. They like to sustain success, and they like to build a great culture. At the same time, the small market is really a part of their culture.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season we thought the Knicks' cornerstone player was Kristaps Porzingis. But the player and the team fell out of love with each other, and the Knicks traded him to Dallas. The draft picks and cap space freed them up for a wild summer, led by the drafting of rookie R.J. Barrett in the draft. Now New York has one of the more drastically revamped rosters in the league. Kevin, there's a lot to be excited about going forward in the Big Apple.
Big moves indeed, David. Thank you.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Here's Barrett. Kicks it to Robinson. Here's Payton. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Gay with no one around. And a miss there on the triple.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
Payton against White. Here's Barrett. DeRozan with the rebound. DeRozan's got 5 rebounds tonight. Payton against White. Here's Oliver. And that one is off. Excellent D that time from Robinson. And the foul called on Shea. That's his first foul. Walker's. One second left. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Spurs out in front, up 4. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the... We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Oliver's checked in for Aldridge. Lyle comes in for Rudy Gay. Murray's checked in for White, and it's Bryn Forbes in for DeJounte Murray. Then for the Knicks, Portis, he's checked in for Julius Randle. Damian Dotson comes in for Harkless, and Alonzo Triers subbed in for Payton. We've got Murray. Trey Lyles out there with Oliver. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Forbes in at the 1 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. To the inside. Here's Oliver. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. Shea's got the lead up to 5 now for San Antonio. And Shea, the rookie for this team, Greg, he's a little bit of a rarity in the league. He stayed all 4 years in college.
And I know many people were shocked to see Shea stay all 4 years as his stock dropped and dropped every year. But a lot of questions were asked about why he chose to stay, but he's trying to put that all behind him and make the most of the fact that he's here now.
And the guard, Bryn Forbes, won back-to-back state championships as a high schooler in the state of Michigan. A couple years at Cleveland State, then transferred back to the state of Michigan and played at Michigan State.
And after that time at Michigan State, he went undrafted, but Kevin really has developed into a steady rotation player in the NBA. And by the way, quite a knockdown shooter.
The Knicks have really struggled at the line in this one, well under 50% so far.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Steve, Kobe Bryant said that growing up in Italy gave him a huge advantage learning the fundamentals and the tactics of the game. Do you think Europe's better at developing players than the United States?
I don't think they're better. I do think their system at times for certain players, they get into a system of working on their game. And I wouldn't just say fundamentals from an early age, and a lot of those guys are being able to practice with pros at an early age. I think it comes down to individuals, and also I think a lot of these parents and kids, you have to understand it starts off of making a layup versus making a 3. So I don't think that Europe is doing it better. I just think a lot of times right now we're looking at some of those European players, and they're coming over ready to play from day one versus some other players.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
And here's a look at some numbers for Robinson, how he did last season. Last year averaged 7 points a game, almost 2.5 blocks and 6 rebounds. And for him, it's all about getting better each time he takes the floor.
Also, he needs to avoid distractions on the court and off the court. Just focus on the job at hand.
Floats one up. Ntilikina can't hit.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Oliver. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got 4 assists now tonight.
He muscled that one in. Che unfazed by the physical play inside.
Now the pass to Trier. There's 45 seconds left to play in the third. And stolen by Che. In transition, here comes San Antonio. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Now it's a 5-point San Antonio lead. 36 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Ntilikina. Robinson kicks to Portis. Back to Robinson. And it's Robinson with the jam.
Great look by Portis. For a young player, he really understands what they're trying to do.
Mills with it. Inside and stolen by Portis. And here's the fast break. Here's Trier. Had the space there, but it's offline. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Spurs lead by 3. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Elfrid Payton. Harkless is out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Trier in at the 2-guard spot.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
To the middle. The shot by Harkless, no good. Spurs leading by 3. And here's Mills. Passes it to Pirtle. Gay kicks to White. Aldridge left side. Shot clock at 6. Harkless with the steal. Here's Trier. White covering. Lets it go. That's good from Payton.
And the 6'4", 485-pound Payton certainly has a unique skill set. Also wants to keep improving as a leader.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
You know what I like about a new season, Hornet? The games. Well, yeah, of course. I'm itching for some NBA action, but that's not what I'm talking about. What I like is how everyone thinks they know how things are going to play out, and every year there are surprises, and every single year, that's what happens. Look at Sacramento last year. Everyone counted them out, and they won, what, 40 games? Something like that.
Yo, Che, get in here.
Levi?
Yeah. How's it going?
Good, man.
Take a seat. Get comfortable. Can I get you anything? Some water, coffee?
You know what? I'm pretty cool.
Okay, great. I don't know how much Zach filled you in on what's happening.
You know what? He really didn't say much. He just said somebody's gonna, come in and do the day-to-day stuff.
Yep, that's the gist of it.
Got you. And what happened to Bailey, man? That was my guy.
Oh, he's around. He's around. I'm just gonna be around a little bit more.
Okay.
Hey, but don't worry. My job is to get you paid. And I am good at my job.
Word.
All right? Endorsements, commercials, whatever it is you need, I'm going to take care of it. We're going to have a great relationship. And I know it's not going to happen overnight, but I'm going to earn your trust.
All right, sounds good to me, man.
Cool. Listen, I know you're a busy guy and you got a big schedule, so it was good meeting you. And if there's anything you need, anything at all,
okay,
I'm here.
Good meeting you, Levi.
All right, man.
All right.
See you soon.
All right, Levi. Be cool, bro.
Yeah, get you some. Yeah, can't wait till I get me some. Go ahead, get you some. Yeah, just watch when I get me some. Go ahead, get you some. Yeah, get you some. Just can't wait till I get me some. Go ahead, get you some. Get you some. Yeah, hey, these can't match my flow. My no, live fast while we slow. Eat steak with, you know. Yeah, home for a while, then back on road. I'm gone, come back, then claim my throne. You mad, you broke, I'm on. We toast, West Coast. We brag, we boast, then travel all across the globe. Turn that loud as it goes. Been counting pounds and euros. I can't be playing with these. They that I know. Go ahead, get you some. Yeah, man, just watch when I get me some. Go ahead, get you some. Yeah, get you some. Just can't wait till I get me some. Go ahead, get you some. Yeah, man, just watch when I get me some. Go ahead, get you some. Just can't wait till I get me some.
Can't match my tribe. I don't know how he stay fly. My God, my vibe, more of a shrimp and a lobster guy. I may go check my mobster ties. No jive, both sides, no lies. Stuff working the old. Besides this point, I'm way past over. Big dog can't override. Make sure my photo right. This cool, I'm the prototype. This swagger don't come overnight. Glad I found my growth. And in the event you trying to find some sauce, you already know. You better
go ahead, get you some. Yeah, man, just watch when I get me some. Go ahead, get you some. Yeah, get you some. Just can't wait till I get me some. Go ahead, get you some. Yeah, man, just watch when I get me some. Go ahead, get you some. Yeah, get you some. Just can't wait till I get me some.
Welcome to this week's episode of NBA 2K TV. First up, we need to thank everyone who entered and voted for the first ever.
The view from the skies above downtown San Antonio. We're pleased to welcome you to Texas tonight. Welcome, everyone, to Noche Enabia. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. Hello, everyone, with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. DA.
Well, guys,
a proud franchise Thank you, David. And now the Lakers starting group. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. JaVale McGee is out there with Davis, and it's Bradley in at the 1. And for the Spurs, Lyles out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Murray. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Forbes in at the 2 guard. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And stolen by Aldridge. It's DeRozan with the drive. Aldridge trying to break free. DeRozan's shot is off. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul. Another year of record-breaking offense. Why is it, Chris, that great offense so often beats great defense?
Because defense is not about stopping you. It's about making you take the option that the defense wants. And so if we make a guy that doesn't shoot jumpers very well, if we stop all the penetration and make him shoot a jumper and he knocks it down, you just got to shake his hand. Sometimes it's great D, better offense. And we know this is a scoring league. And, you know, you can play the best defense in the world and have your hand up and, matter of fact, smack him in the face. But Curry, Harden, LeBron, they're still going to knock that shot down.
Smack him in the face, you say?
Oh, I've tried that. I've done that before, and it doesn't work with the great ones. Just tap them on the forehead while they're shooting a jump shot and look the other way. They'll still knock it down.
Murray, good.
Wow, he's a confident shooter from three-point range. I mean, even with the D hovering near him.
Los Angeles with another miss.
Now, when the D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Los Angeles is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Green, no luck.
Just 1 for 5 from the field now? I mean, they've come out flat. They need to pick up the energy.
This 1 for 3. The shot's good from Forbes.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
From deep, Green. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. Murray against Bradley. Shot clock at 5. James, no good. And here are the Spurs. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. Shot from 12. McGee with the block.
Oh, this is McGee's role. He's out here to defend and to stifle shooters whenever he can.
Here's DeRozan. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. The Lakers off to a slow start. They trail by 6.
A championship standard in L.A. with the Lakers. The expectations will always be high.
Oh, yeah, Jay, you've been there with me. I mean, we both look up in the Raptors and seen those 16 championship banners up there. I mean, with LeBron James in the fold, the expectation is to get to 17, 18, 19.
And the Lakers with some changes. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Bradley. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. You take a look at Los Angeles. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And, of course, the Spurs. They're looking to turn it around down at the bottom of the conference now.
And when I look at San Antonio, this has been a season I'm sure they'd like to forget. And luckily, they'll be able to do that soon enough.
They have their work cut out in the offseason. The status quo isn't going to cut it. There has to be an overhaul.
White, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And then for Los Angeles, Kyle Kuzma's checked in for James. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Green. Howard with the steal. Kuzma against Murray. Now here's Kuzma. He's tightly guarded. Howard finds Caldwell Pope. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Spurs leading by 3. Wide open look here for Murray. And Davis pulls it down.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, drops in the tray.
And Caldwell Pope can be a volume three-point shooter, meaning when he gets a lot of attempts from there, he can fill it up from downtown.
And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here.
And checking out some numbers here for LaMarcus Aldridge. Really been a key contributor over the past month. He's around 18 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
The drive by Rondo, and Pirtle sends it back.
Wonderful anticipation from Pirtle on that one, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
They get a hand on it. Gay kicks to Mills. Here's the three. Drains the three-pointer.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Lakers trail by 5. Rondo looking over the floor. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his first foul. Alex Caruso. He's checked in for the Lakers. That one may be a little beyond his comfort zone, but he made it count. The Spurs have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. And even though Chris Dwight Howard won't be logging the 35-plus minutes he once did, he is still a factor when he's on the floor.
Oh, yeah, Kevin, you better pay attention to Dwight. He can still hurt you with any touch he gets around the basket. I like seeing him in short bursts where you can force the opposing team to adjust to him inside. That's just a product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Kuzma can't get it to go. Spurs leading by 4. Knocked loose, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Caldwell Pope. Walker's checked in for Derek White. 59 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Walker the pass to Pirtle. Poked away. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Pass to Caruso. Mills with the steal. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. Here's Pirtle. Excellent D from Howard. Lakers trail by 4. Here's Caldwell Pope. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Nice, and you can't forget about the bunnies on Caldwell Pope. I mean, this guy is definitely looking to slam it down whenever he gets an opportunity.
Pirtle, high post, working on Howard. The shot, and it's Walker that time on the assist by Pirtle.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Caruso kicks to Kuzma. Over Bellinelli. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
The timing, the precision. You got to respect Kuzma's ability to drain shots off the pass.
There's Walker with the 3. It's not going to go for him. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. It's San Antonio. They lead by a bucket. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late-game situations.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamonos. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, GA, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
So the Lakers 5 right now. They've got Kyle Kuzma. Markieff Morris is out there with Howard. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Caruso in at the point. Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. LeBron comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Bradley subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin. but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. Green, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. Chris, you have been passionate about honoring those who blazed the trail for today's NBA, like the Globetrotters and the Wrens, in the days before integration.
Yeah. I mean, you think about what they've gone through off the court and on the court, and anyone, regardless of color, nationality, of just paving the way for me as a basketball player. I want to say thank you. Let's just think about what Red Auerbach did. Drafting the first African-American player, making the first African-American player coach in Bill Russell, who won the championship that year, and leaving him a good team. And if you look at organizations like the Black Fives, who bring an awareness to the games, and you just want to understand your legacy culturally, and that's why I have to, every time I see Mr. Bill Russell, Big O, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I give him a big hug and a wet kiss on the cheek, because I just thank them for not only advancing the movement in sports, but culturally. Sports has always sent a message to the culture and society about how cool teammates work together and how you can overcome a problem by working together. And so I really thank them for enduring all of the hardships that they did so that we can reap the benefits. So it's been awesome to be part of the league and be able to shake hands with those that have blazed trails for us.
That is so admirable on your part. Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Perkins. Trey Lyles comes in for Rudy Gay. And DeMar DeRozan subbed in for Bellinelli.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Good.
Facilitating from the inside, and that can be a valuable asset from any offense.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Outside, Walker. From deep. Rebounded by the Lakers. Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the shot is good. And it's a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Here's Walker. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
Tries again, and that one good. Bradley's got the lead up to 5 now for Los Angeles.
No basket feels better than a putback. Love getting rewarded for grinding it out on the glass.
On the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade, confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And coming up as an only child in difficult circumstances, LeBron James said he had to grow up early and take charge of his life at a young age.
Yeah, that's what made him such a solid person and a great basketball player. And ever since, he sought control of his own destiny, Kevin. He empowered trusted friends along the way. He's paved a new path for players taking ownership of their careers.
San Antonio shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And no good on the technicals, so unable to pick that one up.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hand.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things. Oh, great ball movement there.
Down low, here's Murray, and Davis sends it back. Lets a floater go, and James with the nice bucket inside. And now an 11-point Los Angeles lead. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And Greg DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
Not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he'd use it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator. Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, Greg, they're just playing smart basketball, reading the floor well and executing.
Aldridge, the pass to Lyles. Will it go? And Davis sends it back.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
The offensive rebound, left side Rondo. And Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's Davis. It's rebounded by Aldridge. And Murray's got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. It's a 13-point game, and the basket by DeRozan.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young, he still has a very bright future.
A different look now for San Antonio. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Aldridge. And Rudy Gay is subbed in for Wyatt. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Dwight Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Anthony Davis. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for LeBron. And it's Alex Caruso in for Green. And Murray winning second team all-defense in 2018. And Greg, at that time, he was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star.
Spurs trail by 12, and it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. There's 49 seconds left in the first half. Outside, White. Out left to the wing. Here's Poeltl. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. Poeltl's got his first bucket of the night.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their sprint.
Caldwell-Pope against DeRozan. Good on the shot, and that shaved the lead to single digits. DeRozan's got 5 points in the quarter.
Nice pass. I mean, putting in work on the interior. Gotta love it.
Los Angeles with another miss. San Antonio's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. That one falls. And it's 6 points for Rudy Gay.
And then the razor-sharp focus of Gay. Never letting defenders get to him on these shots.
Kuzma inside. Good work defensively by Gay. And so that brings the first half to a close. Lakers lead by 6. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 15 points and 4 rebounds. Multiple times we saw the bench cheering him on in the first 2 quarters of this one. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
What's clear so far is LeBron's combination of power and athleticism is still largely unmatched. Whether he's operating with the back to the basket, driving, in transition, his physical support.
That's all for now.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got LaMarcus Aldridge. Trey Lyles out there at DeRozan. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard. Here's a look at some of the players that have exploded in the second half of the season. These are the scoring leaders since the All-Star break. LeBron James, second.
He is making his mark in a big way and with big points. You love to see guys get better the later in the season we get.
That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Green deciding where to go with it. From deep three-point range. Rebound by Murray.
and he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Chris, is there someone you competed with that you feel is underrated by history, has not been given their due?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think when you look at White Chocolate, Jason Williams, what he started in the culture of play and what he continued. And you look at Ben Wallace, who I played with 4 years at Washington, and he was coming off the bench there, and we saw that potential with him. I mean, the way he led the league in rebounding, his defensive prowess. I mean, the Pistons wouldn't have had a championship and gotten to another final if it wasn't for him. And also, I got to shout my man out, Mike Bibby and Peja Stojakovic, two of the best shooters I played with.
Oh, great names, and I totally agree. They get it back. McGee, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Bradley. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Sunday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz.
And looking at that Jazz matchup, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick'em game, depending on how they play.
Slow to get warm after the break. 0 for 3 now. Maybe they need an early timeout just to try to settle things down.
And a chance to take a look at some numbers for DeRozan.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hasn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Here's Forbes. San Antonio again missing.
Ugh, ugly start. The second half, they've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his troubles tonight.
DeRozan on the wing puts up a 3. Offensive rebound from deep. Here's Aldridge. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
That one is off.
And in a league that's obsessed with threes and layups, LaMarcus Aldridge defying the trend, really feasting on a steady diet of mid-range jumpers.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Bellinelli comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And Walker's up in for Bryn Forbes. Bellinelli with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. 11 feet away. Can't hit that one. And it's the Lakers the other way. And that turnaround jumper of Aldridge's, Greg, just impossible to defend.
Long arms, that high release point. When it's falling, well, we saw him give OKC 56. This man can take over.
And Walker kicks to Aldridge. Back to Walker. The pass to Mills over Bradley. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
And the Lakers with another turnover here.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Anthony Davis. The past month has been surreal. 5th in blocks, 10th in scoring, and he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
And yeah, he's been a brutal shot blocker all season long. As you said, top 5 in the league. He's a dangerous force to face inside. And the Lakers with some changes. Howard comes in for Davis, and Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for LeBron. Mills passes to Bellinelli to end the cold streak, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
You got to love the strength of Bellinelli when he's taking these shots. Even if you whack him, he still drains it right in your face.
The Italian Marco Bellinelli, one of the league's best sharpshooters, and Greg very comfortable shooting on the move.
He always seems to be floating one way or the other on his shot. It wouldn't work for most shooters, but he uses it to evade the D.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Pirtle, he's checked in for Aldridge. And it's White in for Patty Mills. Here's Pirtle. The shot comes out. Good D by Howard. To the paint. Here's Caruso. Lays it up off the glass. Caruso's got his first points in this one.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Here's Gay. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Oh, Kuzma's in position. Tries to keep it alive. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
A flat-out loss of concentration. That kind of turnover will drive a coach crazy.
Spurs trail by 7 and stolen by Kuzma. And Derek White picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Here is Howard. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Shoots over Pirtle. Howard can't hit.
The rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
And it's Walker penetrating. Here's Pirtle. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Now just a 5-point Los Angeles lead. Here's Kuzma. Sweet little floater. Kuzma's got his second basket.
Well, I like seeing Kuzma work this in, showing he's capable of hitting difficult shots.
Bellinelli against Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope brings the double team and out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for the Spurs. Lakers leading by 7. Here's Caruso. Rebounded by the Spurs. Pirtle's got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside for Murray from deep 3-point range, and the rebound goes to Howard. Howard's got his 6th rebound on the night, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Kuzma. Now let's check out and highlight the best defenses in the NBA. In third, the Lakers.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for San Antonio. Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Lakers. Gay, and the layup's good off the glass. Gay's got 8 points.
And Gay is surprisingly finessing the paint, a real offensive juggernaut.
And the Lakers with another turnover here. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Pirtle's shot is off.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy layup.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 7 points in the game.
Oh, improving his floor awareness. Howard has a decent sense for when his guys are open.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's White, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And what a season he's had at the foul line thus far. 86% from the line. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. JaVale McGee's checked in for Los Angeles.
I mean, he struggles with his finishes sometimes. I mean, it's kept him from being an elite player.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
7 seconds left to play here in the third. Down low. A 3 ball. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're playing. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Taking a look at the Lakers. They've got Rajon Rondo. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Howard. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Caruso in at the 2 spot. They grab their own miss. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Pirtle is so polished in the post. defenders are always nervous when he has the ball down low.
That free throw missing. Davis is checked in for Los Angeles. James comes in for Alex Caruso. He's off on the second.
And they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Well, if teams are getting shaken up a bit, coach is usually the first to go, get fired. Do you think teams get too trigger happy with that aspect, coach first and then looking at the team?
Yeah, I do. But unfortunately, if you're the head of the team, that's the responsibility, and that's kind of that's your job, to take all of the heat. Being a coach is such a thankless job. You don't get thanked unless you win the championship. If not, it's like, good job, okay. We don't care about the fires you put out. We don't care about the players you develop. We don't care about the chemistry you built. You didn't win. And so, yeah, coaches are usually the first to go, and it's unfair. But hopefully they have some connections and they have a good resume, because they'll be back around somewhere else. They'll pop up somewhere else.
They sure will. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for San Antonio. Trey Lyles comes in for Rudy Gay. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Green's checked in. Pass to Lyles. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the inside. It's stolen by Green. And there's the foul. It's on Trey Lyles. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Davis.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Tipped away. It's stolen by Green. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And one thing you can say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on their three-point shot as he is. He needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact.
And the Lakers making a change here. Bradley's checked in. He tries for three. The rebound by the Lakers.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Oh, fantastic vision. I mean, Bron always cognizant of everyone around him.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. And finished off by LeBron.
Well, all you have to do is lob it up to James. His timing on these alley-oops, incredible.
Spurs trail by 19. Murray kicks to Forbes. Lets the three fly. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Floats it up for James. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And stolen by LeBron.
Intelligent defense. He reads the play. Gets himself in a perfect position to come up with the steal.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Well, Greg, their poise has been tremendous. I mean, excellent at both ends, has them increasing this lead.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
And we were talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
Way to work the inside-out game. Draws the defense in and kicks it out for the open shot.
Loads it up for Davis. Kicks it out to LeBron. Inside. And stolen by Aldridge. Lyles with it. Picked up by Davis. Forbes can't get it to go. The Lakers on offense. They're on a 17-3 run right now. Green inside the three-point line. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Even a blind squirrel finds an acorn once in a while, right? I did not think that was going in.
It's stolen by Bradley. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. Yep, that one goes.
You see that hounding defense by Bradley? I mean, he got them out and running that time.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for San Antonio. Forbes the pass to Murray. It's stolen by Bradley. Here's Davis. The teardrop falls in. Davis has got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
DeRozan dishes to Aldridge. The other day, Chris, I heard Commissioner Adam Silver talking about that it strikes him sometimes how isolated players can be with cell phones and headphones, and those things wouldn't help that. Is it something that you've noticed or that you're concerned about?
You mean with my nephews and nieces and friends that are younger and kids walking across the street looking at their phones and not even looking both ways?
You know, your play-by-play partner, whoever it might be.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You know, Kevin, those are the times. And so I would tell Adam Silver, Mr. Commissioner, yeah, that's a basketball problem. That's a world problem. How are we going to stop any of that? We're here now. There's no putting that genie back in the bottle, Kevin.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Los Angeles.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to miles.
Continues as they sweep the season series 4-0.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Anthony Davis.
Well, he showed what it takes to be a great rebounder tonight. Fighting for position, boxing out, never getting outworked down low.
Here is Cook, covered by Mills. Deflects the pass. Passes it to Dudley. Over Bellinelli. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And the first one drops. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Medu. He's guarded by Howard. Back to Bellinelli. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Stolen by Gay. There's the feed to Johnson. Pass to Bellinelli. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily to come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.
You gon' hear my songs even if switch splash when we on a at the pit stop, then we at the quick stop. Bet you never ever thought would be this side. Now you gon' remember all them nights.
Raiden. Kung Lao. Retrocade.
Liu Kang thinks I'm too hard on you.
Listening to him would be wise.
Why? Because he's the chosen one?
Round one, fight.
You will share Shinnok's fate.
Round two, fight. Final round, fight. Friendship. Kung Lao wins. Round one, fight. Round 2, fight.
One path is better.
Final round, fight.
Concede.
Brutality.
Clearly, I'm better.
Kung Lao wins.